What's up, YouTube? Cam, that guy here, back once again with another YouTube video, man. So I've been going off YouTube for a couple of days because I got put inside Appalachie, right? I got put inside Appalachie, dealing with at-home drama. I've been dealing with my girl and that witch keep bothering me, keep trying to get under my skin and shit like that. I did Instagram live on it on my Instagram page. Make sure you go follow me at Cam that guy underscore. I do something every now and then. I might do a story or Instagram live on there. You can go check me out over there. But I already explained the situation in its entirety. Basically, this woman, she been bumping into me, standing over my food, telling me not to play with my cousins, talking shit. All that in between, trying to get under my skin. You know what I'm saying? I eventually yelled at her, cussed her out, did all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I just kept cussing at her, yelling at her and shit. Eventually, the cops got called, and they kept getting called over and over and over again. So this one night, the cops just appeared. They took me away at nighttime for no reason because this was a good solid day. Nothing bad happened. I was gone most of the day. These cops decided to take me away at nighttime. So that ended up happening, right? So when the cops took me away at night, here's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Cops took me away at night. I go to Appalachie, man. I go to Appalachie, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there chilling. I'm not finna go to sleep, you know. So I'm not going to sleep because I got my own room. I ain't got no thing to lay on, nothing like that, right? So I stayed up all night, you know. So I stayed up all night. I'm just talking. Like, why the fuck am I in here? Blah 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 blah. I'm just cussing this shit. I'm pissed, you know. So like, why am I in here for? Like, this place is for heathens. Like, why am I in this spot for? Like, why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? I think honestly, being locked up in jail, it makes you realize, like, man, this place is for heathens. Like, this place is not for people like me to be in. Like, this place is for people that don't know the meaning of life and shit. Like, if you go to jail, that means you don't believe in Jesus and God. That means you're like a criminal. Like, literally, jail is for heathens, right? But anyway, what ended up happening was I went there and shit. I'm just chatting, you know. So I'm just talking and shit. I'm like, man, why am I here for? I'm just talking, I'm just spitting, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I here for? Da 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 da. Then eventually, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how this ended up happening, right? But you know that little girl that's supposedly supposed to be my child, I know she not. She ended up coming into my mouth, you know what I'm saying? This girl ended up getting my thoughts. For some reason, I ended up thinking about this girl for her. And I even wrote a song about this girl. I wrote a song about her, right? I got a song written, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's my child, what I'll do. But most likely, she's not my child. I know she's not my child because I know who I will have a baby with or not. The baby mom would definitely let me know, okay, you got me pregnant with this child and shit. Like, they would definitely let me know if I had a child. I wouldn't know if I had a child. Trust me. I would know. You know what I'm saying? It would not be a secret, right? But there is a slight chance this kid could be mine. She think that I'm her dad, but I'm not. She ain't gonna find her new dad. All that other shit in between, right? But I wrote a song about her and shit, but I'm talking about her in jail and shit. I'm like, bro, why am I talking about this girl in jail? But yeah, I'm gonna get back to making music and shit, you know what I'm saying? Video dropping on the Only Poetic channel. I'm gonna be back to making music and shit. But let me get to the topic at hand, right? So I ended up staying up for 2 days, right? I stayed up for 2 days straight, just walking around, sitting, chilling. I'm talking straight crying, like I'm crying. Like, I'm so tired that I'm crying, like tears just falling down and shit. I'm so tired I am. I'm just, you know, I'm saying, hey, you know, a little emotional and shit. I eventually get brought to my, you know, sent to a unit, and I'm going to Path, right? Path is the worst unit, you know what I'm saying? Do not, like, I will never go to Path again. I gotta go to EP. You know what I'm saying? I cannot go to Path. Like, EP, even though EP is, like, it's less activity, like, it's better because, like, EP has more structure. You get in, you get out. You know what I'm saying? EP, it has more, like, structure. You go to Path don't got no structure. You know what I'm saying? They'll keep you in there for days or weeks. You know what I'm saying? And the clientele worse. The clientele are bad. You'll get a fight with a clientele. You'll get a fight with a clientele, right? He don't complain that I was standing in front of him, right? I'm like, I just temporarily stopped. I had to check some shit. Then we just talking to child. I'm like, look, I ain't scared of you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Like, I'm down for whatever. Like, fuck wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? You cussing for no reason. You yelling for no reason. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He wanted to swing on me, right? I swung on his ass back. So we were swinging, and I uppercutted. I got one good ass uppercut. And I was swinging. I was hitting him, but that uppercut really did something and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it was crazy because you know what I'm saying. I really was kind of holding back. Like I really could have really went full throttle. I really could have really swung. I should have really got up in his shit. Or I could have picked his ass up and like slammed him type shit. I could have did some shit like that. But I really was just going punch for punch. I was throwing punches at him and shit. I wasn't trying to get too hostile. I wasn't trying to get too violent. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make shit cordial and shit. And that's what ended up happening and shit. I ended up fighting his ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up happening. But before I get to that, before I get to that story though, I get put in my shit and shit like that. You know what I mean? My roommate was alright. He ain't bother me or nothing like that. It was chill and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like my roommate, he was cool. The clientele, I didn't really even really talk to the clientele, but the clientele, I was around some old folks, right? These old people and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting an old man. And this other old man, he rude. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit. There was some guys around my age. I didn't really talk to them. There was some guy, you know what I'm saying? He seemed cool or some shit, but he was sitting a little bit, you know, a little hot, a little bit off. Like I don't really know what was up with him. You know what I mean? But other than that, everybody was kind of just like neutral. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really talk to the clientele, but you know there was the girl clientele, guy clientele. They was just there and shit. So the clientele, like I said, I had a problem with one old man. He decided to get mad and shit. It was older old man. He was kind of rude and shit. But other than that, all the other clientele, we was neutral. Like we didn't have no problem. We was normal and shit. You know what I mean? So that's how the clientele went. As far as the staff, you know what I'm saying? Staff bad as ever. You know the staff is always bad, but I'm gonna explain the staff. So I'm not gonna really give out too much free clout, but there was just one staff member, right? He was like homosexual. You can tell if somebody's homo, right? I'm like, this guy right here is just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy right here, he has an attitude problem and shit. He try to direct me and boss me around. He remind me of those homosexuals downstairs. Like, it was just one homo downstairs. He intentionally rolled into me with a thing. I'm talking to this man like, look, you know what I'm saying? I will knock you the fuck out. Like, stop playing with me. Stop testing me. Like, I will knock you out, man. Like, please stop playing with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I will hurt you, man. This is not a game. This is real life. But, you know what I'm saying? The clientele in the entrance, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have as far as the clientele in the entrance, it was only just this gay guy with braids that felt the need to test me out, you know, to try me or whatever. He felt the need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cussing at him. I'm like, look, you know, da da da. He ended up standing behind me for some reason. I'm like, why this nigga behind me for it? But yeah, that's what ended up happening for that. But back to the topic at hand about this other guy. Here's this other guy, you know what I'm saying? He was gay or some shit. He's like talking as if like he made rules or some shit. I'm like, I'm not even for to go off this guy. This guy told me one thing, different people don't tell me another. I'm not finna listen to what the fuck this nigga telling me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need to talk to this guy to open a restroom. Like I'm not listening to no directions this guy give me. Cause they're wrong, you know what I'm saying? Then I ended up seeing this girl, right? I saw her the first time I came to Path, right? She, you know what I'm saying? Alex, she didn't know me. She had amnesia. Alex, she didn't know me at all. I was like, man, why you acting like this for? And on top of it, you know, she got that little attitude problem as well. I ended up talking to her, you know, say towards the end or some shit. She stood out like she didn't know me, but it was nice to see her and talk with her anyway. We ended up conversating and all that other stuff, right? Then I ended up seeing this other girl, right? I came down the path with. She was nice to talk to, you know what I'm saying? She was she helped me with that therapy shit. You know what I'm saying? The first time I came to Path as well, it was nice to talk to her and shit like that. Then I never seen this guy, right? I remember just seeing this guy, right? He's like an older guy. I've seen him multiple times throughout um the time of me being at Appalachie, you know. So I seen him multiple times. He a cool guy, you know what I'm saying? All that other shit. You know, I mean, I ain't got no problem with him. He was nice to me in the entrance, and I saw him the last of my last moments in Path a few hours ago. He was a nice, cool guy, you know what I'm saying? Nice cross the path with him and shit. I had no problem with him. He relatively respectful to me. He's a cool guy, you know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, I'm not gonna go through all the clientele, but last but not least, I ended up seeing this new girl, right? This new girl with blonde hair or some shit, right? This was the nicest girl there, you know what I'm saying? And it treated me really well. I have nice respect to me. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll hug you if I want to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, this girl was nicer than any other employee there to me. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? This girl must want me to measure her in the video or some shit, you know what I mean? But those are the employees. Those are the staff and shit. Anyway, the food there. Let me talk about the food, right? So the food there was straight, you know what I'm saying. But some meals I had was kind of like, what is this? You know what I mean? The last meal I had was cool. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the bread was a little bit burnt. But I mean, the meals there were cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no problem with the meals and shit. I mean, it was much better than EP's meals. Like, the thing about it, past meals be better than the EP meals. Like I remember why the first time I went to Pad, it was feeding a nigga like a king and shit, you know what I'm saying? But when you go up to EP, the meals just don't hit the same, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it be like and shit, you know what I mean? So this is how it be and shit. So the meals was straight. The meals are better in Pad versus EP. When I'm in Pad, I be getting like home cooked meals. When I'm in EP, I be getting like fast food meals. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be and shit. But the meals are not too far different. But I just feel like Pad's meals are better. Like they're more complete versus EP. They're more like fast food or like something like that. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how that shit went as far as the food and shit. I slept well, you know, so to talk about sleep, I'm sleeping all day, you know, so that's pretty much all I did was sleep because I don't want to be around nobody. Like, I did not want to be around nobody. I was like, let me stay in my room so I don't get in no altercations with no clientele, with no staff members. Let me just stay in my room so I can avoid any type of conflict. Let me just stay inside to myself and get away from people. That was my idea. That was my game plan. Let me just stay to myself, right? And I'm working out well for me. Avoided lots of controversy. And I count up on a lot of sleep because I stayed up 2 days beforehand, so I need to catch up with a lot of sleep. So it worked out well for me and shit. You know what I mean? So good thing I did that and shit. As far as stuff to do, they had little group activities and shit. They had a little group I could have joined and shit. Wasn't interested in joining the group because like, I felt as if I were to do any activities there, they would prolong me to keep me there. You know what I'm saying? So the best way to get out of Appalachia is to simply stay in your room. If you stay in your room in Appalachia, the quicker you will get out. You know what I'm saying? You want to avoid all type of activity unless you know you're gonna be there for a minute. Then you can engage in activity. But if you're a question mark to be there, or you can be released at any moment. Do not engage in no activity because it will keep you there longer, right? So the best way to avoid time at Appalachia is to stay in your room. That will get you out longer. That will get you out quicker. I meant, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's how that went. As far as my environment and shit, I looked around and shit. I looked at my surroundings and shit. It really wasn't much. You know, so I looked around and shit. It wasn't nothing. It was nice to be back at Path. It was like memory lane. Like I remember this shit. Nice to get your memory jog back. This shit. But I know it ain't really nothing worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it was. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. What else? I think that's pretty much it. You know, so that's pretty much how it is. That's pretty much what happened and shit. You know what I mean? During most of my time there, I was sleeping. There was some crazy lady that was cussing up and storming and some shit. There was a clientele that ended up coming on my last day, right? She was cussing, going crazy and shit. She was talking about all her problems and shit. Made me laugh a couple times. I'm like, man, this lady is crazy. She's insane. Every time I go to Appalachia, there's always that one clientele. I've been to Appalachia a plethora of times, right? There's always one clientele that that talks crazy, like that goes insane for no reason. Each time I'm at Appalachia, there's always one of them. She was crazy. She was a crazy clientele, all right. You know what I mean? And all that other shit. You know what I mean? But all in all, you know what I'm saying. I mean, this was pretty much it. I was at Appalachia these past couple of days because of a situation that happened at home, like I explained earlier in this video. So now I'm eventually out and I'm back on YouTube, back grinding, back producing content, back doing what I like to do most and shit like that. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's onward and upward from here. You know what I'm saying? Videos is about to get better. Y'all niggas just stay tuned and some shit. I can't wait, you know what I'm saying? Goodness is to come on this channel, you know what I'm saying? So, this is the end of this video, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.